Greetings, everyone. Future feature film director, the rookie critic here, and it's been a little while since I've done a solo live stream. So, yeah, I got the whole day off. Why not? So Easter Sunday, I got nothing else planned. Literally going to eat some chicken in a little bit. This will be a short little live stream because, like I said, I got chicken in the oven. Going to have some lunch, but figure why not talk to you guys and tell you guys what I think about what's going on lately with films not being able to be made right now. Pretty much the releases are all pushed back. Let me say hi to you guys. Got Rebecca Gold in the chat, says it'll be interesting to see what you think of the subject. Yeah, and I'll be talking to you soon, with Mega Geek, so we can try to, talk some film industry, talk some projects that you guys have done. I'm looking forward to that. Teresa Martin, what's up? Hail, she's been doing these awesome quarantine live streams lately, trying to keep us entertained and all documented pretty much. We got Riot Kitty, says hello. What's up, Riot? That drawing you've been doing for me looks great. Can't wait to show it to people when that's all done. Teresa says, yep, hey, what's up? I'm just gonna get right into it, kind of. So I'm going to be doing a lot more research on this as I go. As a lot of you guys know, I'm trying to become a director someday in the future. So I'm trying to actually learn how things run and operate these days. And I've a lot to learn, and I can't just learn it all in a weekend or anything. But I've never heard of a situation where movie theaters, not even just in our own country, but global, are pretty much shut down, right? I mean, for the most part, most of them, there might be a few that have some that are still able to be open, but I doubt that they're able to play any movies. But this is also the first time that we have the booming streaming services. We have booming streaming going on. So we have accessibility right to our home. And as long as you got a decent enough internet connection, you can get a pretty good experience at home. And I don't know, it's just, okay, I'm trying to actually summarize my thoughts on this. I didn't really think I was going to go live. I was going to make a video, so I'm trying to think about it as I go. But I don't know. What I'm trying to ask you guys. Let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think that the film industry should do while we're in all this self-quarantine stuff? What I'm thinking is they should either take kind of a break and just be kind of relaxing a little bit, kind of get their minds clear because they've got no super deadlines to meet because they've all been pushed back completely. And I think they should just kind of relax, get a beer. They may not be able to eat out at a restaurant, but they can still get some nice food, come home to their spouse and family and stuff, have a good night, get fat a little bit, sleep in late the next morning, get a good breakfast, and then, they can try to go to work at some point later down and, figure out what they want to do going forward. I mean, that's my thought, my process. I don't know what else they can really do. I don't think that they can just all get together and start filming for their next projects because they're not supposed to. They're supposed to be social distancing. And what's kind of funny is that the way I do my projects, my Rookie's Quest and my Rookie's Legends that I'm working on, it requires everybody, it only works based on us all not being in the same room because there's people from all around the world that are in it showing, recording their clips and then sending it to me to edit, to put together as if it's going to be a movie. Right now, that seems like what the film industry should be doing because they're not all supposed to be together with social distancing. So that's kind of my thoughts so far. I'm going to say hi to the chat again real quick. Got Digital Pollution. What's up, Jez? Oldfield. Yep, Pay That Rookie. How's it going, dude? Doing great. Doing pretty good considering. I do still have a job. I am still essential, I suppose. Subway workers are quite essential, these days. Our hours are very much reduced. We're not even open a full 12 hours in a day, but I'm not complaining because I'm able to get at least some hours in the day and still get my normal pay. So I'm getting a paycheck, though it's not a big paycheck. So I'm doing something. It's going all right. Happy Dinosaur says, I'll take a pepperoni and cheese on whole grain Rookie. Well, I would be delighted to serve you that, my friend, but we are closed today. So, nope. Gonna have to say nope. I do go back tomorrow, though, so no problems there. I did pick up an extra shift. Hooray, so I can earn a little bit extra cash. Raikity says, thank you, Rookie. I should be able to get that done in the next week since I don't have a bunch of school projects to get done. Exactly. That's kind of the one positive thing about the quarantine is that everybody has a lot more time to do things that they wouldn't have time for, especially at home. I've been able to get done quite a few things around the house, and it's not even spring yet, or maybe it is spring pretty much right now, but it's a lot of things already done as to where they should just be getting started. So it's going to be an interesting year, especially those who have to have their kids at home. Death by Saber says, I feel like ordering Domino's. Oof, Domino's would be fantastic, but I don't know if where you are, they have all the businesses. I don't know. Easter, they usually have a lot of things closed. Like I'm closed on Subway, or Subway's closed for Easter, and I don't know why it would be closed, but it's a holiday, I guess, so it's closed. So if you can get Domino's, I'd say get it. I got some Applewood chicken in the oven waiting for me, and when that thing goes off, that's when I'll be getting off the live stream. So got a few, good 20 or 30 minutes so I can stream. All right, Kitty says, my stepdad bought like 10 pounds of steak. I really get you guys talking about food, don't I? Because food is delicious. And Happy Dinosaur says, hey, Rookie, what type of movies do you want to direct? That's a good question, Happy Dinosaur. I don't have any properties that I want to direct, though if I were to pick one that I don't own, a Power Rangers movie would be pretty awesome because they have not done a very good job at making those 3 times in a row, and they're trying to do another one soon, and I'm going to put out a video about that where they want a trans Power Ranger, which wouldn't be the worst thing, but they also want to time travel, and it just seems like they're not focusing on what they should be for it. I do want to more or less create my own stuff, so I have a lot of my old ideas written down and trying to get those to be shown and seen at some point in the future, hopefully, but we'll see. Thank you for that question. That was a good one. Death by Saber says, we have no choice. We have to ride this out 1 month to 18 months. Yeah, I agree. I feel like we're going to be doing this for quite a while. We're all going to be either self-quarantined or social distanced for quite some time. There's not going to be, a lot of people want it to be over in a month with their estimates, a month to 2 months, but it's no, this is probably going to last a while. A disease won't just fade away into nothingness. There's going to be people that will be high risk of infection will still be even after they have non-essential people able to go back to work. I just feel like there's going to be more safety precautions. There's going to be social distancing for a while. More people are going to wash their hands, though. That's a plus. And we do know people are, in fact, wiping their asses with toilet paper. So that's also a plus, I guess. Trying to look on the positive-ish sides here. The chat has not updated on my end over here, but thank you, everybody, for coming on in so far. It's about 9 people, and it's around 1 p.m. Pacific time right now. And I've just been thinking about films lately. And the other night I was looking on YouTube for some random stuff, and I found this Marvel Zombies versus Army of Darkness video, and that was pretty cool. And that whole channel has a bunch of fan films that they did, a bunch of little short projects that they did, and just gets my juices flowing with that. Last night, you guys, I spent 3 hours trying to film this one part for the Rookies Legends project that I'm working on, and it's only for about 10 seconds of actual time. It's not even really part of the movie. It's one of the intros for one of my episodes. I'll be revealing that later this month, so you guys can get a nice glimpse at what I've been doing lately with everything, so that should be fun. But man, it is a bunch of work. I play too many goddamn characters. There's so many characters, but let me get back to the chat since it's moving again. Riot Kitty says, I've heard most estimates on June or July. I don't know about that. I've heard that's where they might have the self-quarantine stuff. I feel like they will start to lessen some of the stuff that they put in place by around June or July. But as far as everything going back to normal and sports and entertainment resuming, I think that's going to be, we're not going to have that this summer. I don't think it's going to be quite a while before we really can get the international big audiences, big crowds. I've heard that some people are trying to have churches open today, on Easter Sunday, which I understand what the point of it would be for everybody to gather around and get together. But it's that's just more potential risk. And that kind of defeats the purpose of people not gathering right now while we're trying to self-quarantine and beat this disease. It's not going to be beaten by prayer. Sorry, but I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. I'm not going to get too much into it. Just I saw some videos coming up about people wanting to do that and gather on today, but whatever, it's all good. I don't know what that's an emoji of, Teresa, but I appreciate it. It pops out. That pops out. Thank you, Death by Saber. Yeah, hit that like button if you like what I'm talking about. If you don't, you can give it a thumbs down. And either way, it's interaction, and I appreciate it. Either way, subscribe if you would like. Yeah, I need to get back in the groove of doing solo live streams because it's been a while since I've done them. And I feel like I have a tendency to talk really fast when I'm by myself, and I'm trying to catch myself right now by not talking too fast. But I know I've been doing that this whole time. And I noticed that I say "and whatnot" a whole bunch, and it's getting annoying. So I'm trying to curve that and say other words so that it finishes properly. So anyway, Riot Kitty says, one thing for sure, even when this whole social distancing is over, entertainment industry will not be normal for a long time. Yeah, that's kind of what I've been thinking about too. This is the first time that we're going to be able to deal with something like this, where film industry, music, everything, sports, it's all going to change. It's not going to be the same type of thing. Even with sports, I feel like there's going to be some type of cleaning process before you're allowed to enter the building, is what I'm guessing, like some type of a spray down shower before you go into the stadium so you don't spread stuff if you're disease ridden or something. That's just what it could be. It's what it could be. Teresa says, I think the film industry should be planning like crazy for transitioning to streaming as their primary focus. Yeah, that's a good idea because right now the big screen stuff, it's not looking like you'll be able to get anything on the big screen. Now, I know that a lot of like older filmmakers, I think Scorsese and a couple of the other ones really don't, they think that film needs to be on a movie theater screen. And I love movie theaters. I really do. And I thought that they'd be lasting for quite a few more years, like a good 20 years or longer. But it's just looking like it's not going to hold up that much. I mean, I think there are ways to keep movie theaters going essentially, like potentially, but there would be much restricted numbers and there wouldn't be as much return value for it. So I don't know. It depends. Like if studios, like if Disney bought one, I think Mecha Random 42 suggested this when I asked her this a while back. She said like if Disney and a bunch of other studios, Sony, like buys theaters, like, and those are Disney theaters and Sony theaters, that might be how they survive. I think that they can kind of survive by adding gaming to theaters, like offering at nighttime when they would normally be closed to have people rent out a theater room for like $200 or something, like maybe $500. Depends on the amount of people and what you want to have there, so that you can play like a 4-screen game with a couple of your buddies on a movie theater screen. That'd be kind of cool if they offered that. I don't think they offer that. And so I never heard of that option before. But that would get me wanting to go to the theaters or save up to, have a huge night with my buddies to go play Halo or Call of Duty on the big screen on a movie theater. I know it wouldn't be for the purpose of movies, but that might keep the actual buildings of movie theaters alive. That's what I think anyway. Death by Saber says, June would be awesome. Riot Kitty, yeah, I think it'd be awesome too, but highly unlikely. It's just like EVS, Ethan Van Sciver, Comic Cars for Secrets, kind of said it's kind of like when you're on a plane and they're saying, oh, we're going to have a 15-minute delay. Oh, there's going to be another half an hour delay. Oh, there's going to be another little delay. It's like you're going to be delayed for like 4 hours, but they're just kind of getting your hopes up every half an hour to tell you that, oh, we're almost there. You just got to push through a little bit longer. So then it's like, God, Jesus, because your mind resets to go, okay, I'm going to just half an hour, 30 more minutes. And then, okay, it's 30 minutes. And okay, nope, it's just another 30 minutes. Okay, just another 30 minutes. That's all. It's not no time. It's not what I want, but it's something. So that's kind of where it goes, I guess. Welcome, everybody that's coming on in. Angelus Draven, what's up, buddy? I'm not going to announce it yet. There is something cool that's going to happen next weekend, but I'll save that for later. Soul Assassin says, Marvel versus Army of Darkness. Groovy. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It was like only a 9-minute short film, but it was still pretty good. I liked it. Let's see. Angelus Draven says, we had live streaming for our church service. Yeah, I've heard that's what they've been doing, is having like internet online services rather than gathering in person, which I think that makes sense then. I mean, if you're not all interacting with a whole bunch of people and spreading germs to everyone, good. That's good. Because we don't want to, put all the efforts for nothing, because then if they gather here and then go to the grocery store and go to elsewhere, and all these people that are trying to not get sick end up getting sick because you gathered and spread it, like it just defeats the whole purpose of this whole self-quarantine thing in the first place, to get the numbers down anyway. At least based on what we know, I guess that's why I'm thinking it. If numbers show otherwise, then by all means correct me. Overeasy says, hey director, appreciate that. Overeasy. Teresa says soap. Yes, we can all use soap now. We all learned thanks to this, thanks to the C virus, that soap cleans our hands. Soap cleans our hands. Everybody is watching. I mean, that's kind of the one positive thing, seriously, is that everybody learned to wash their hands and wipe their ass. So that's just one little good aspect. Bring back the good old days of YouTube says, hello there. Well, he says hello, but I'm going to say hello there. And then General Kenobi. Everybody's in like a huge Clone Wars mood with the Clone Wars stuff being back on Disney Plus, and people are getting prequel high, it looks like, with the Revenge Sith and whatnot, which I love too. God, I said whatnot again. Fuck. Yeah, ding me every time I say whatnot. Ding me, because I'm trying to curve saying and whatnot, because I say it subconsciously without knowing, and I say it a lot, and I hate it when like I repeat words all the time that are unnecessary. Anyway, Jez says, hey there, bring back the good old days. Yep. Let's see. Over easy mode says they should render themselves through CGI. That way everyone could work from their home isolation. Yeah, well, CGI or a green screen, either way works for me pretty much. In my project, there's a lot of scenes that there's going to be like me and the other people that have their own green screens that are going to interact as if we're in person. So that'll be a fun way to do it. And that's what the movie industry could be doing. Another idea that I had, though, is it'd be interesting to see a big corporation like Disney or just film in general, Hollywood in general, invest in smaller projects that they could film possibly. I can't imagine how they're actually doing their self-quarantine, like what actors have their families around or their friends nearby or whatever, how much social distancing they're doing. But if they actually put forth their own creativity toward making a small short film or some type of indie project or a fan film, that'd be pretty cool to see. Like, what if they're starting to post, actors, making something that they want to make rather than it being corporate pushed or being studio pushed? That'd be interesting to see while we're in a time where there's not going to be any huge releases. Even if they just put it up on YouTube, or if they put it on somewhere where you get paid $1 or so, or you charge $1 for it, that'd be fine. I mean, I'd be intrigued at least to see it, because like Jason David Frank, the actor who played Tommy Oliver in Power Rangers, he does lots of fan stuff. He's done the White Dragon fan film, which is I think still getting made, hopefully, because that's something they started a while back but had to stop due to not enough funds. But I think they got the money for it now, so they can resume. He's been in like Scorpion versus the Green Ranger, or the White Ranger, and Ryu versus Tommy. Like, they've had Ryu from Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat. They've had some good stuff, and he's had some good little fan projects. So just saying, he's also Lord Draken, the Shattered Grid trailer, which probably is never going to be a movie, but still it's something cool that he does. I don't see too many actors doing stuff like that. That's why I highlight that as something really cool. All right. God, I think I talked for like a full 20 minutes. Jesus. Like, without taking a breath. All right. Hold on. Let's see. I'm not trying to skip anybody here. Soul Assassin says, I've heard that live music shows might not come back until 2021. That's possible, because live music, if there's one thing, concerts are not social distance friendly because they are all squished together. So I think it'll be a while before we see that happen. I mean, and that's the thing too, because diseases won't just disappear. They'll probably linger for a while until we find medicine that can either stave it off or vaccinate it or something, some type of cure, treatment. This is tough. This is a tough call, because even if you're not affected by it, you're not sick by it, you could just unknowingly get somebody who is high risk sick, which is that's really the sucky part, because that means everyone is at risk of causing some type of danger to a loved one without knowing it. So I don't know. It's just ridiculous. And Angela, bring back drive-thrus. Bring DriveThru Theaters back. Tongue twister. Bring DriveThru Theaters back. And my local theater used to do the gaming thing. Oh, well, that's cool. I didn't know that gaming thing was actually a real thing. I assumed that would only be for like special events, like some type of con or gaming event. But yeah, that would be cool. I've never been to a drive-in theater. I have been born in the mid-90s, and there's none in my area as far as I know, though somebody else in my area on YouTube said that there's 4 drive-thru locations, drive-thru theaters in my state, but I doubt it. I don't know. I just haven't seen any around me anyway. It could be over an hour away if that's the case. Right, Kitty says, I want movie theaters to stay open. Me too. Me too. I have doubts, though. Like, just I can't really see that happening. All right, Thunder Duck says, Rookie Critic, hey there. Theaters will survive if Hollywood will produce something good. There's only so much they can do with sound and seats and food. They should have more older movies. Theme night. No, I agree. That's actually one of the good things that I think they could do, and they do that sometimes. They'll have like an anniversary release of a certain movie on whatever day that is, sometimes at some theaters on occasion, which like that's a plus, but it's not going to hook people to come in all the time. No, I do agree. One of the things that I think, I'm going to make a video on this at some point, of that I think the way to improve theaters is to have like an EMP, like, or just not an EMP, but some type of a cell phone blocker in a movie theater so that you can't have the annoying, somebody's ringtone goes off or somebody's screensaver goes on. So before you enter that theater room, be like, okay, this is the point of no return. So you got to tell your people, hey, I'm going to go see a movie. Don't message me for a bit. If you don't hear from me from this time to this time, that's because I'm in the movie theater, and you all know the rules that I can't access my phone during the movie thing. If I want to get it, I got to get up and go out and go talk to the person or text them or something. That's what I think. I think that for families, I know that it's hard for them to go to the movie theater because they don't want to be an issue for the public and everybody else around them. But if they had their own like designated time or theater rooms dedicated for families only, that might kind of help. So that if you're bringing your 4 toddlers and somebody else is bringing their couple age kids into the theater, it's all in the same room. And if it's annoying for everybody already that's already there because everyone's bringing a kid. That would kind of make sense for at least some type of theater, some type of time zone, maybe. Let me know what you guys think about that. I haven't really thought that through all the way. Just that makes sense to me because if you're at home watching TV and it's loud and noisy, and you go to a movie theater, you want to see the new movie, it's going to be loud anyway. I don't know. Just my thoughts on that. Right, Kitty says, my theater does an old movie night, though it's usually Studio Ghibli movies or a few weekends per day or per year. My hometown has developed an affection for them, even if they don't realize they're anime. Yeah, I do think it's kind of funny that they'd show the Studio Ghibli ones mostly, but I guess that could draw in more families, maybe. Though, I don't know. Ghibli ones are kind of bizarre. I don't know. That's interesting. I would think they'd do something more American-based, but Ghibli ones are pretty good. I like them. Digital Pollution says, I will have a drink every time you say it. Thank you, because I was going to say it again, but I'm not. Okay, I stopped myself. Rebecca Gold says, because of the beer bug and the slow downfall of cinema, knowing how to shoot with a micro budget is a must for all up-and-coming filmmakers. That's true. That's true. That's something I'm learning today as we go. Like I said, I have not gone through the actual Hollywood system. I have not been to a school to learn anything about film yet. I've been all self-taught so far. And I'm working on a project right now to release in June, in July, not in June, release in July. And I've spent maybe probably over $1,000-ish, but I feel like it's worth it for what I used for it. So that was around my budget anyway. It was around $1,300. So I think I'm doing all right on that. And hopefully I agree. This will be a good time for them to learn how to do things well with a micro budget. You don't need to throw all your money at it to make it good. Let's see. Over Easy Mode says the independent film scene used to be the source of low-budget films, but today indies make their films so that huge studios can buy their distribution. That's another good point over Easy Mode. I actually talked to Josiah Rises a couple months back about his film that he made called Taker's Crown. That's available on Amazon. He hates it when I mention that, but he made that, and I think he mentioned that a lot of people in his area, when he was making that, they usually make films to be noticed by studios. They try to make it so they can present it at a film festival or something so that they can get noticed and hopefully get picked and know a guy, and they can start weaving their way into the Hollywood system, which I guess that's a fine goal if you want. Personally, I would love to figure out a way to kind of similar to Comicsgate, how they've been able to crowdfund comics, go on YouTube and get their audience through YouTube and get people interested that way. I want to do the same with film. I want people to be interested in what I'm doing and then be able to back it if they want to support it. And then that way I don't have to necessarily go through the Hollywood system. And if I ever grow to be big enough, 100,000 subs or something, then I can start, that'd be a cool way for me. That'd be satisfaction enough for me to be in what I'd call a film industry. It's not in the Hollywood film industry, but I'd be in an industry where just film in general. I don't even know why I'm calling it an industry anymore, but that's something that I would like to do, is be able to provide what I want to make for the fans that want to see my stuff. And if other people catch their eyes and they want to see it, that's what I'd prefer, rather than going through the loops of all the Hollywood system that does not sound like it's any fun at all. Yeah, everyone that I've talked to that has been trying to give me advice on filmmaking since I'm still learning has said that I would hate being in Hollywood. And I probably agree. I don't think that I'd probably like it, but if I have to, then I will. But if I can avoid it, I will. I'm trying to go through the independent route first and see how I'm doing and learn through experience and see where that gets me. Who knows? Who knows where I'll be? I'm still, like I said, still learning. Death by Saber says, movie studios can film on remote location, test everyone for the virus crew and actors, film the movie. Everyone has to stay at this location until the movie is completed. Okay, that makes me think that they can't do that with too many films, but that'd be perfect for horror movies or pretty self-contained ones that are like, where somebody's trapped. I'm thinking of whatever that movie is where James Franco he's like caught in a cliff or something. Can't think of what it is, but you know what I'm thinking of. Isolation type of films, ones that are pretty on location. They don't have to go anywhere. I think of horror ones or monster in the house type of ones, ghost, haunted. That's what I think that they could do. I mean, if they could make a different style of one, even like a full-on action thriller in a very small location, that'd be impressive. Let's see. Right, Kitty says, I have one drive-thru theater about 20 minutes away from me. Well, that's better than nothing. If I have one in my location, like in my state, then it's over an hour away, and it's too far to go to care, unfortunately. And Digital Pollution says, I go mental if somebody pulls out their phone in the theater. Yeah, it is very annoying. That's why I said, if there's a thing where it's okay, you can bring your phone into the theater with you, but once you walk into the theater room, it gets turned off. You cannot, it don't work. It doesn't do anything. Maybe you can check time, but this way it doesn't go off and people aren't on their phone and it's not bright. And also food. I hate freaking wrappers. I hate hearing those noises when I'm in a theater. So I wish that they had them in different types of containers or something so that they can have food in a different way that isn't as noisy. I'm thinking Tupperware, but it could be something else that works better. Ziploc bags that's not as noisy because I freaking hate the crinkly sounds. Let's see here. Snowdub, what's up? Hashtag Cotton Connection and Gender Check. Snowdub, what's up, dude? He says, slap the like button, peeps. Slap it big. Slap that like button. Hell yeah. Hey there, Snowdub Music Entertainment. How's it going, dude? He is doing all right. That's good. Right, Kitty says at my theater, Studio Ghibli nights. I don't have my glasses on. Sorry if I'm screwing up the words. Nights usually draw in people who say they do not like anime or think it's bad influence on their children. Funnily, though, I'm like, should I tell them? No, let it be a mystery, right? Let it be a mystery. That's what I think would work. Thunderduck says, what about premium theaters? They have become popular in Germany. Bigger, more comfortable seats made of leather, service at your seats, pull out footrest, champagne, and some more. Well, okay, some premium theaters, in my hometown, or in my state of Washington and Oregon, there was there's a theater called Cinetopia, and there's only 4 locations in the whole country. And one was in Kansas, a couple in Oregon and Washington, and that's where it was. And it was great. It had great seats. It had great service, footrest, everything. There's even a whole restaurant area called Vinotopia. It was very high class, very freaking awesome. But then they got bought out by AMC for some reason, and that got swept away, and AMC was okay, I guess. It's okay, but not great. It does not compare at all to Cinetopia. The quality Cinetopia was fantastic, but I don't know. Those aren't enough for the general audience. That's the thing, because they would charge around $11 to $14 a ticket, and sometimes more, sometimes a little less, but they're usually pretty expensive. And there's cheaper theaters. There's also a $3 theater by my Target. That's like, it's $3. And that's for families. And it's got the shittiest seats ever. It's got sometimes it has a hole in the screen. It's got very poor quality, but you can see the movie. After about a month after it's been released, you can see it in that theater for $3. If you got a big old family of 12 people, then that's a better use of your money, I suppose. And then you could afford it with popcorn and stuff. But we'll see. All right, let's see who else has popped on in here. All right, yeah, I think my mom would finally stand going to the movies if she gets champagne. Well, yeah, at the ones I had Cinetopia, they had wine, they had champagne, they had lots of alcohol. They had a bar. It was a great theater. It's fucking awesome. It was like it was designed for adults. Like kids could go to, but it was designed for adults, big time. Let's see. Culture Casino's here. What's up, dude? He says, wow, came into ASMR. Wrinkle Crinkle. Oh, with the package. Yeah, that makes sense. And Over Easy Mode says, I hate theater food. It's all junk. Yeah, but I mean, that's kind of the point. You're supposed to just be mindlessly eating while you're watching the movie, I guess. Culture Casino says, licked the like when I walked in. Well, thank you for that. The like button should be properly licked at all times, and we can figure out how many licks it takes to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. That's for sure. Digital Pollution says, food should be banned in theaters and just have... my food's almost done. All right, that little timer is saying that my chicken is just about ready to come out of the oven, guys. This has been a fun little stream. I'm thinking about doing some more of these, talking about film with you guys, especially right now with the theater industry. I'm going to do a little more research and get back to you guys with this stuff. Let's try to see if I can say hi to you guys before I go. He's talking to Riot Kitty, and yeah, it says, nah, food can be in theaters. That's how they make their money. Yeah, if there wasn't food in the theaters would not be able to afford to be open at all. Like I think Odin's Movie Blog said they make like less than 10% of a ticket sold. Like when a ticket sells, most of that money goes to the studio, and the theater keeps less than half of that, is all I know. I think he said 10%, but it could be more, it could be less, but they don't make that much. That's the bottom line. So they make it all in the food. That's why they have the food jacked up so high. And they don't have mediums anymore. They have the small or the large, because usually most people are hungrier than the small. So let's get the large, even though they'll eat like a third of it, and that's it. So that's pretty funny. Let's see. Jagan75, what's up? Says Warner Bros. Could do a lot. They chose not to. HBO Max has yet to have an official release date in May, but they have anniversaries in almost every franchise and branch this year and others last year. Yeah, that's true. That's true. I've seen that sometimes. I've seen them do anniversary editions of certain releases in theaters. Death by Saber says movie studios can make more animated cartoon movies. Everyone working on this project can send their parts through email or UPS, then put out a pay stream service. No, that's a good one too. I think 2D animation would be freaking phenomenal if they could come back. But I think you're talking about the animation and cartoons in general. I know, I agree. People that have the technology at their house, like, why wouldn't they have this computer if they're an editor? You would think they'd be able to do what they can at home. And then if they need to share work with somebody else, they send over that file. And yeah, it might take a little extra back and forth, but they could probably put something together and record the voices with the microphone like we're doing right now pretty much. And that's how they can have something pretty successful on their hands. Let's see. Jagan75 says Peacock is releasing this month, and DreamWorks turned 25, so they're doing stuff for that. Okay, I've not heard of that. I'll look into that. Chicken's done. Okay, thanks. Yep. All right, guys. I got to go get my food. This has been an awesome stream. I plan on talking more movie stuff soon. I'm feeling a freaking passion burning through me lately about film, and I've been working my butt off trying to get my project done, and that's been on my mind mostly. That's why I haven't made too many videos, but I did just record a couple of videos today, so you'll see them posted throughout the week. I've got an awesome interview lined up with somebody that is working on a fan film project. I'll be talking to him next Saturday. I'll put out a little notice for that throughout the week so you guys can take a look at that. Thank you, Digital Pollution, for coming by. Jaggin75, Angelus Draven, Culture Casino, Riot Kitty, Snowda Music and Entertainment. I think Raging Rhino is here, Thunder Duck, Over Easy Mode. Everybody, I appreciate you coming by, and I'm going to have a little play out if I can find a funny clip in just a second.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh no!
Ah no! Oh no!
This can't be! Oh no!
Oh no! Ah no!
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh yeah! Get your movie boners up! Get hard.